everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Joanna and I'm specialized in Global Talent Independent Program, in short GTI. Today is a little bit relaxed. I wanted to talk about my own background and how actually my background helped me to perform my work, everyday jobs, okay? I'm probably different to your guys. Now, I am not a lawyer, and I do not want people misunderstand that. I am not a practitioner. I am a registered migration agent, and my registration is this, right? My registration number. It's on my website as well. I'm registered to do the immigration work, but I am not a lawyer, which I do not think it's a compromise at all. Now, my background, I actually have a background in psychology and a background in law. So my own background is actually in psychology. Of course, I study law, different areas law in order to do my work. I did immigration, Australian immigration law, of course. In Australia, I did that at the Griffith University. Now, I did administrative law, I did contract law, I did criminal law. So I did some minor modules throughout these studies through University of London and Northampton University, okay? So I think they must feel proud of me. Okay, so this is my area of law in terms of my everyday job. But my background is actually in psychology. And really today I want to tell you how my background influence and impact my everyday practice and as a person. Okay. Now, psychology, if you may understand, it's a scientific research and study about human behavior and mind. And the psychology has so many multidisciplines. For example, cognitive psychology, behavior psychology, educational, experimental, school psychology, abnormal psychology, lots of different and a lot of big figures you might aware of that. Sigmund Freud, Carl Jung, right? Darwin, that's really famous figures in psychology and social psychology. A lot of famous studies. A lot of them will be to say brutal. A lot of them really brutal. Even we found significant result for this research. So my understanding in human behavior and how this impact my everyday practice, I can give you an example of one area. It's really related to my work. For example, in psychology, you have one method of study, of course, I think across all disciplines, one qualitative research. So qualitative research in psychology really about asking people questions, gather the qualitative information and do analysis, right? It's quite different to quantitative research. So in terms of that, this area I call thematic analysis, which is understanding of language, okay? This can be very useful. Of course, they've been always used in action, in campaigns, where the campaign team will hire a psychologist to then go on to study people's comments in Facebook, in YouTube, in any area, and then they understand the voters' opinion. Okay, sometimes because people lie, they don't tell the right story and they hide their own emotion. Now, this kind of thematic analysis really go on to gather lots of information. You can say the quantitative in terms of volume of information being gathered. But then they code each of the sentence, give them a code, and analyze them and can predict who's going to be in power. So in terms of inaction, thematic analysis, this is the way. Now, in terms of my practice, what I do is quite very similar to that. Okay, so in terms, I have the ability to actually understand and get the feeling, the tone of the decision maker. All right, even you know that's sometimes the direct one, they just send you to everybody, right? Some of the information you know it is generated by the system, and some of the information you know that it's actually sent by person. because the writing style, the tongue, it's different. So this actually impacts a lot of my everyday work, which I use a lot of these skills to really understand what is the emotion, what is that behind a language. Although you can see it's a lot, you think law it's black and white. Law is about yes or no. No is about no. The law is about flexibility. Be flexible. Okay. No, the law is not about just. It is not about you think it should be fair. That's nothing to do with that. It might be misunderstanding if you think the law is about just. Now, of course, then this is one of the areas I've been using in terms of written language. Okay, I understand people's language in that way, and I want people to understand my language in a way it is not just constructed for the purpose of understanding for them. Hey, I want to give you a point 1 to 3. No, the purpose of my writing will be definitely influence and impact decision maker. How do we say that? If in a way the influence, what do you mean by that? It's really, I ask the department to make decision in my client's favor. I ask that, okay? I have that ability to craft in a way that my message delivers really strong impact to the decision maker. It can be a little bit complex if you think of that way. But I will give you an example of one of research done by a social psychologist. His name is Dao Ben, I think that's his name. Okay, you might heard that about the reading cards, right? Giving people memories. Okay, and so it's in an area of human mind. The reason I'm saying thematic and how this can be delivered, it's a phenomenon, right? Phenomenon where it is as it is, it's a fact. We're able to influence this as a result. Okay, so I write this particular way and I can impact people and I can deliver that, right? So this is a fact. That's happening every day. But why we have that, right? Well, this is my mind and I write it down, I sent that post, I sent an email, and what did I deliver? Did I deliver my mind or did I deliver my sentences? Here, I'm only not only deliver sentences, but my mind, okay? My power of mind here. Now, I give you an example. I would like to give you an example of Dao Ben. He actually studied in the area of human mind traveling, let's say that. So he gave people's cards or words. He have a few serious experiments. One of that is really give them a series of things to remember. And so many of the participants are able to predict what is going to be the next one. Okay, USB note. So it is quite strange because what we understand, the time is forward moving. What understand of power, we are not able to travel into the future, right? We are not able to travel in the past. That's common understanding, which is a mistake. Human mind can actually travel just like light, all right? So that understanding of that, which has impacted my work, where when I started writing, when I started writing a really masterpiece, I actually sit in people know that my area of working, which I sit there and I will, like monk. And before I start drafting, I put everything together into mind. And that flows. Okay? So I'm not saying that I am a great writer. That's not that case. But my writing delivers. So one of the areas which I want to say, that's how it impacts me in terms of my understanding of human mind. The other way of my everyday working, it is, when we talk to people, right? When we have these phrases, we have these tongues you want people to understand you. And we have these gestures, right? I actually have the ability to talk to department, town officer directly. They are human beings, really, and we really need to let them know that I'm part of the movement and make this happening for our candidates. I do not want anyone to miss out this opportunity. If you are eligible now, please contact me right away if you believe you are eligible for GTI. I do not want you to miss this fantastic opportunity, because it's really fast, very fast, extremely fast. So the second area I would say how this law actually combines psychology and law and got myself to work in a way, like, you know, I'm not saying about my migration work. I can be anyone, anything. And I have this understanding of that. I have human behavior and about language, and then I'm fascinated about the technology, how these will and it's continue transforming and will transform our society. I'm in a sense I'm part of a great movement, and we are making this happening, and I can see that future. Even I'm not in the future, I'm in present. I actually can see the future. I know these things will happen, regardless I'm part of it or not. But the difference in I'm here, I you know, creating pathway. I refer my, you know, candidates I help in the past say, we are army. We'll be moving together. No one will be left out. And then for lots of candidates, you know, we've been engaged and working. We know that having your visa grant, it's not my goal. It's not ending. We will have more to offer, because candidates like you, we have a great community. I am specialized in that, which means in our team, we have in our client pool, what we sometimes call, we become friends. We have people different background, different industry, and we want them to be able to go to networks with each other, with opportunity to raise investment, your startup idea, you know, find someone, teamwork. So getting visa grant, it's actually become a very simple goal for me. It is not hard for me. And I actually have more to offer, really, in terms of that, because we are part of movement. Okay, when you guys got a visa grant, it's not a goodbye. You know, you got a visa and live in your small suburb. No, you're part of the army, and then you guys gonna make something really huge here. This is the main reason which when someone contacts me, I say this. I only help people who meet this my requirement. I decline that you're not. I feel you're not our team. You're not in the right bus. I can't help you if you want to help yourself. No problem with that. I provide free information here. I don't want you to be offended if you don't. I don't help you really, because we only help people who are going to make this happening, movement happening. So Australian GTI, it's not just visa, it's a part of movement. It will run for a few years, and then we're going to promote that to the global market, really. Okay, so overall, I want just to talk about how my background in psychology affect my everyday practice, and then why I actually want to do this type of visa, really. Why I'm so passionate about that, why I've been continuing to upload YouTubes, even just for, you know, for other agents, they have no idea about that. No one has information I produce so far. I'm very interested in that. And I believe that I am part of movement. And it's actually, I believe I will have a negotiation power to the government. I ask them to provide more support. It is because it's my privilege to help you guys, you know, to do something great things together. Because if you come here on individual visa, that's nothing going to happen to you. You're going to retire here, right? Lots of them. But if you join Australia, then you are part of that all global talent participate pool. Then lots of our candidates are actually really wealthy, really very successful person in their own industry. Then it's something we go more than that. I have more than that to offer. Now, okay, so thank you for watching so far, and I really appreciate your time. If you do have any questions, please subscribe my channel. Have questions, of course. Subscribe my channel and send me email if you have any questions. Bye for now.